Side. Full side.
It is Friday night, time for some Straight Talk. This is your host, Matt Hasley, coming at you. It is the first Friday in Lent for you Catholics out there, so you got to pretend to be a vegan. Yeah, it's tough. We got a lot coming at you. We got Girl Scout cookies conspiracy there, so make sure you do is vote on your favorite Girl Scout cookies, see what it is. And we got a lot coming at you. Dem debate. We got election 2016 Oregon stuff going on. We got everything. Tons of stuff. So make sure you do is come back with us. We'll be back with you shortly.
Mom, can you pack me some cookies for school today?
Finally. As a mother, I want to share about St. Julian's macaroons. I am concerned about my child's health, so I pack for his lunchbox, and after school, I give him St. Julian's macaroons as a healthy alternative to many of the store-bought cookies. There are no preservatives and only 100 calories, and he really likes them. So find them in the freezer section at your local supermarket or order online today at www.macaroons.com.
Hey there, sexy. This is comedian Jenny Lavoie. You can catch me with the rest of the gang every Thursday at 10 p.m. Eastern on Night Talk with Joe Rocks, exclusively on Armed Radio Global. Mwah!
Hey, this is your girl, Jay Monique.
And this is Sarah, a.k.a. Chulita Sarita.
And make sure you listen to us on Armed Radio Global. Catch us on Wednesdays, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
This one's explosive.
Route 106 Motors is the home of fine pre-owned vehicles. Experience a no-pressure sale with a family-friendly atmosphere. Route 106 Motors has been practicing the same simple philosophy of low prices for over a decade, and it has brought us great success. Recently, while other dealers are closing their doors, Route 106 Motors is expanding. We are a wholesale dealer, and we own the property and pay cash for all the vehicles. This allows us to sell to the consumer for a lot less than the average dealership. We are a high-volume, small-profit dealer, and we pass the savings on to you. New changes have been made at Route 106 Motors. Stop by and check out our brand new building. Route 106 Motors, located at 569 West Street. Check our website at route106motors.com and be sure to like us on Facebook to find out about all the latest deals and savings opportunities. route106motors.com.
Hey, Joe Rocks, it's Louis Avis, straight from Chi-Town. Call and talk about our website, www.hotsaucevault.com. We got everything you can think of out there, Joe. The hottest hot sauce is not for wimps, mild, medium sauces. We got barbecue sauces, snacks, some of our gift ideas and gag gifts, so you can go out and check us out at www.hotsaucevault.com. Hope to talk to you again on your radio show. Kick-ass show. Had a great time last week. Hope to hear from you soon. Take care, Joe. hotsaucevault.com.
If you're looking to reward, celebrate, recognize, or advertise, get help from the pros at Creative Marketing. Custom imprinted products, to give that event a lasting impression. Log on to Creative Marketing on Facebook and click the Call Us button. With over 700,000 products, we're sure to find what is right for you. Remember, think Creative Marketing for all your adware needs.
Are you hangry? Know the signs. Uncontrollable yelling.
Why aren't you egg rolls?
Hallucination.
Sushi.
Pants discomfort.
I hate you, pants.
Hangry. It can happen to anyone. Fortunately, there's E24, the app that tells hunger to shut up.
Egg rolls. Thanks, Snoop.
E24. In my medical opinion, it's the best way to order food online, baby.
Hey everybody, Mike Allen here. You can hear me live every Wednesday night, 9 p.m. Central Standard Time, right here on TuneIn Radio. Or you can visit my website at www.ontheairwithmikeallen.com for more showtimes, updates, and replays. So remember, every Wednesday night, 9 p.m. Central Standard Time, On the Air with Mike Allen, right here on Armed Radio Global.
Once again, this is your host, Matt Hazen. We're back on Street Talk. Tons of stuff going on in the news. If you watch it, all you got to do is glimpse the news and you're going to see it's overwhelming what's going on right now. If people don't pay attention, it's amazing. I'll talk to people and I go, hey, did you see that? And they're like, nope. And I'm like, they must be in a cave or something. But, there's so much stuff going on right now, and you got to do is pay attention. Democratic debate last night. So, they have the Democratic debate. The moderators, it's for PBS News. While the moderators are there, one of the PBS moderators apparently caught live on mic, and just as Senator Bernie Sanders was about to answer one of the questions, she went, "Oh God," and began to answer on a foreign policy by referring to the Vietnam War. Apparently, this came across Breitbart. It says, Gawker has the catch, though it is not clear which camera moderator is speaking. Sanders had seized on Hillary Clinton's relationship with Henry Kissinger, the statesman who served as President Nixon's Secretary of State. Though Kissinger negotiated the end of the Vietnam War, an achievement for which he later received a Nobel Peace Prize. He was also accused of helping Nixon of secretly expanding the war into Cambodia. Said the left has long regarded Kissinger as a kind of a war criminal. A year ago, Kissinger appeared before the Senate Foreign Relations Committee to testify about the Iran deal. Activists from Code Pink tried to arrest him, prompting Senator John McCain to expel them from the room, adding, "Get out of here, you low-life scum." One moderator at the Democratic debate, Judy Woodruff, had donated to the Clinton Foundation. So, if you want to be a moderator for a debate, I don't care if it's a Republican debate or a Democratic debate, you need to be one that has not donated to their campaigns, any of their campaigns. And I guarantee you they can find somebody that would be a moderator that would be tough enough to do that. They asked, what's her name, Nancy Wasserman or whatever the heck her name, or for the Democratic Party, and asked her if there was a possibility of a Democratic debate held by Fox News. She would not commit to one. Pretty much they said when hell freezes over. Because you know that if any tough questions would come out, it would definitely be asked by Fox News. They were asking tough questions to the Republicans. So who's to think that they wouldn't ask them to the Democrats? I mean, they do all their Democratic debates Sunday night or last night, Thursday night. Who's watching on a Thursday night? But I mean, it was surprising it wasn't a Sunday night. But you have their debates going on. The thing that gets me is we had the Iowa caucus here. I don't know how Hillary ekes out a win. I still think Bernie Sanders won that. If you went back, they talk about one of the local caucus sites where only one person voted at that caucus site. He voted for Bernie Sanders, and when the vote got turned in, it was awarded to Hillary Clinton. So he's gone on record about that. Multiple other places, other stuff going on with votes. But the thing that gets me is that's so close, hard to say one way or the other. But nobody can deny the pummeling that Bernie Sanders gave Hillary Clinton in New Hampshire. A 22-point win, 60-38. And Hillary Clinton comes out with, if not even the amount of delegates, but maybe more. So I'm like going, what the heck is going on there? Well, in 1972, they voted to change the delegate process. And they added super delegates in that actually are worth more than regular delegates, which makes no flipping sense at all. Because they wanted to do is not be able to vote in somebody that the people wanted. They want to be able to vote in what the party people wanted. So they could give a rat's ass if you're a registered Democrat or not. You could run the table. Bernie could. And as long as Hillary Clinton gets the backing of the superdelegates, there's not a single thing that Bernie Sanders can do about it. There's not a single thing that the Democratic Party can do about it. That doesn't make any sense at all. But it's how we don't elect on the popular vote. And, I still, I don't understand that. A lot of people thought that Al Gore won the popular vote when they went back and finished the recount. Actually, Bush won the popular vote. But we don't elect on the popular vote. We do it the same way as they do for the general election. But it's very disheartening if you're a Democrat. And I've been listening to people talk about, about how good Bernie Sanders would be if his policies. Well, this is a story that was shared to me. I got a ton of other articles I want to get to, but I didn't plan on talking about these later. But this was an article that an economics professor, and this has probably gone around a few times, but I wanted to do is touch on this. It says the economics professor at a local college made a statement that he had never failed a single student before, but recently failed an entire class. That class had insisted that Obama's socialism had worked, and that no one would be poor and no one would be rich, a great equalizer. So if Obama's socialism worked. So the professor said, okay, we will have an experiment in the class on Obama's plan. All grades will be averaged and everyone will receive the same grade no matter, so no one will fail and no one will receive an A. Substituting grades for dollars, something closer to home and more readily understood by all. So after the first test, the grades were averaged. Everybody got a B. The students who studied hard were upset, and the students who studied little were very happy. As the second test rolled around, the students who studied little had studied even less. And the ones who studied hard decided they wanted a free ride too, so they studied little. The second test, everyone got a D. No one was happy. When the third test rolled around, the average was an F. As tests proceeded, the scores never increased as bickering, blame, and name-calling all resulted in hard feelings, and no one would study for the benefit of anybody else. To their great surprise, all failed, and the professor told them that socialism would also ultimately fail because when the reward is great, the effort to succeed is great. But when government takes all the reward away, no one will try or want to succeed. Could not be any simpler than that. And they said, there are possibly the 5 best sentences you'll ever read and all applicable to this experiment. Number 1, you cannot legislate the poor into prosperity by legislating the wealthy out of prosperity. Number 2, what one person receives without working for, another person must work for without receiving. Number 3, the government cannot give anybody anything that the government does not first take from someone else. Number 4, you cannot multiply wealth by dividing it. And number 5, when half of the people get the idea that they do not have to work because the other half is going to take care of them, and when the other half gets the idea it does no good to work because nobody else is going to get what they work, or somebody else is going to get what they work for, that is when the beginning of the end of any nation. You look at, I see it all the time. You see people that are set out and they don't want to work. They don't want to. They would rather sit at home and get free everything. They don't feel they have to work. So here's the second article he sent me. And this came from a doctor. Name's Dr. I'm not sure. Looks like it's Starner Jones or Jones Starner. I'm not sure, but he's MD. And he wrote a letter to Mr. President Obama. He said, during my shift in the emergency room last night, I had the pleasure of evaluating a patient whose smile revealed an expensive, shiny gold tooth, whose body was adorned with a wide assortment of elaborate and costly tattoos, who wore a very expensive brand of tennis shoes, and who chatted on a new cell phone equipped with the most popular R&B ringtone while glancing over her patient chart. I happened to notice that her payer status was listed as Medicaid. He said, during my examination of her, the patient informed me that she smokes more than 1 pack of cigarettes every day and somehow still has money to buy pretzels and beer. And you and our Congress expect me to pay for this woman's health care. And the doctor says, I contend that our nation's health care crisis is not the result of a shortage of quality hospitals, doctors, or nurses. Rather, it's a result of a crisis of culture. A culture in which it's perfectly acceptable to spend money on luxurious and vices while refusing to take care of oneself or, heaven forbid, purchase health insurance. It is a culture based on irresponsible credo that I can do whatever I want because someone else will always take care of me. It says, once you fix this culture crisis that rewards irresponsibility and dependency, you'll be amazed at how quickly our nation's healthcare difficulties will disappear. And it's signed by him. Respectfully, Starner Jones, MD. I mean, you think about people expecting to get free college. No, it's not free college. Somebody has to pay for it. Somebody has to be taxed to pay for the free college. It doesn't magically all of a sudden they go, well, okay, we're just going to make it free. And I'm listening to people tell people, they say, well, if you make over $230,000, then you'll see a tax increase. But other than that, so in other words, you're telling somebody you're discouraging a small business. And people go, oh, what do you mean a small business? You can run a small business and make $230,000, and then now you're going to be raised taxes. So I was curious. I was looking at some, just for the hell of it, I was looking at different business listings and leases and seeing what different areas were going for. Well, I found one. It was not a very big business. It was the size of I think it was a Napa store, but it was in a strip mall. It was like, it was only, it might have been 900 square feet, if that. 900 square foot store, and the taxes yearly were $21,000. That's not counting your insurance on top of that. So before you even turn the key to open the door, you spent 30-some grand in taxes and insurance. People wonder what you have to make. So that business is definitely going to make more than $200-some thousand. Doesn't mean they take home that. That means they make more than that. Plus, everybody that, if Senator Sanders wins, he wants everybody to make $15 an hour. So now you have to factor that cost of double what the labor cost is right now, just from the get-go. Not saying you wouldn't pay that, but just saying is that's what you have to figure it at. So you're going to deter more small businesses from taking the opportunity or taking the chance at becoming a small business because they're afraid of having to pay the higher taxes. They would rather go work for somebody else. With the way the economy is going, everybody's buying gold. Gold went up 3% or whatever it was. It was a huge jump. And the reason why the gold jumped is because people are in fear of what's going on with the stocks. It's dropped so much. But I'm looking at these people. There are a ton of young people, and they're marching for Bernie Sanders. They don't understand what socialism becomes. And they go, that has nothing to do with communism. Once they start taking it away from one, and then they realize that we didn't even it out enough, then they're going to lower it. They're going to say, let's go down to 200,000. Let's go to 175 because we don't have enough people making that. So if you think it's going to eventually, all they think they're going to get is something free out of it. Think they're going to get free health care. No, they're going to end up paying for it. It's like when you talked about, they were talking about Canada, and they're paying twice as much for a pack of cigarettes that these people, and 3 times as much for the alcohol and everything. They're paying for it. They have prices that they'll pay for it. They'll pay for it in taxes. They might get free health care, but they're going to pay a hell of a lot more in taxes. So it's amazing how many people have really thought that socialism works. Well, if they end up getting it, where I don't think Bernie Sanders is going to win. I think it's going to be Hillary Clinton because I think Hillary Clinton is going to get the delegates. I don't care if Bernie Sanders runs the table. There are going to be a lot of pissed off people, but I think Hillary is going to get the nomination because she tells the media what to write. There's an article about that out right now. They talk about let's see here. They were talking about, there's several articles about, there's one about, I had to laugh, right after the debate. Hillary Clinton goes up and she hugs this lady and talks to her for a bit. Well, the lady tries to hug Hillary Clinton's aide, and if you want to watch it, Uma Abedin or whatever, or Abedin, I don't know how you pronounce her last name exactly, shoves the lady away in kind of an awkward, like, hey, ooh, get your hands off me, one of them deals. So it just looked a little weird. So let me see here. So they had here's the one article that came out. It says they couldn't believe that nobody asked them the question last night, but apparently the State Department subpoenaed Clinton Foundation on Uma Abedin's records. It says the State Department's Inspector General reportedly subpoenaed the Clinton Foundation last fall to investigate the foundation's projects that may have required government approval while Clinton was Secretary of State. That's according to a Washington Post report. The subpoena also sought the records concerning longtime Hillary Clinton confidant, aide Uma Abedin, who also, the Post noted, was employed simultaneously by the State Department, the Foundation, Clinton's personal office, and a private consulting firm with ties to the Clintons. Wow, she must have some serious coin. It says lawmakers, and if you're not sure who Uma is Anthony Weiner's wife. The guy that took the picture of his woohoo and sent it to people. Yeah. Well, it said lawmakers like Chuck Grassley, Republican from Iowa, have questioned Abedin's special government employee status and alleged that Abedin's role at the center of overlapping public and private Clinton worlds created the potential for conflicts of interest. Well, yeah, all she has to do is say, well, that had nothing to do with, the State Department I don't know, just doesn't make sense. She could sit there and hide stuff for the foundation. It said the Post noted that State Department's Inspector General investigated Abedin last year and concluded she was overpaid nearly $10,000 because of violations of her sick leave and vacations policy. Finding that Abedin and her attorneys contested. Said the Clinton Foundation, the Clinton campaign came under fire after mainstream media outlets like the New York Times, the Washington Post, the Daily Beast, and the New Yorker and Bloomberg confirmed Breitbart News senior editor at large and Government Accountability Institute President Peter Schweitzer reporting in his best-selling book Clinton Cash about mega donors to the Clinton Foundation getting favorable deals from Clinton State Department. The Post pointed out Clinton denied a report last month that indicated that the FBI had explained its probe and included ties between the foundation and the State Department, saying the report was unsourced, irresponsible, and a claim with no basis. Well, I don't think the FBI is going to consult with her and let her know. It says, though Clinton has also brushed off the broader FBI investigation in her emails, recently saying she was absolutely confident nothing would come of it. Author Ed Klein told Breitbart News Daily last week that Abedin, along with the two other Clinton aides, Cheryl Mills and Jake Sullivan, have lawyered up because they face potential jail time due to Clinton's email scandal. Klein and FBI Director James Comey is taking the investigation very seriously because he thinks it will define his legacy, and mentioned that the agency is trying to get one of Clinton's allies to turn on Hillary in order to save their own skin. According to the Post, the full scope and status of the inquiry of the State Department investigation were not clear from the material correspondence that it reviewed. The State Department and representative of Hillary's campaign and Uma Abedin did not comment. Of course. But did they ask them anything in the debate? No. Why? Because they don't want to ask her any tough questions. What are the tough questions they ask her? How great is she? Now, Mr. Sanders, how great is Hillary? I mean, the biggest probably exchange they had is when they talked about Henry Kissinger. I'm like, so, yeah, they talked about, it said the PBS moderators, it says, while presidential candidates have been asked about loan from Goldman Sachs and Donald Trump bankruptcies in the past, legitimate questions in my mind, a federal subpoena to the foundation of Hillary Clinton recently served on the board doesn't even warrant a murmur from Gwen Ifill and Judy Woodruff. I bet you they were told not to ask. They're probably asked, what questions do you want to ask us? Hillary probably told them what to ask. So, but when Bernie Sanders gets up there and he starts answering a foreign policy question, and one of them goes, oh, God. I mean, that just tells you, they call it the fix is in. That's what they say. So, that's what they were reporting on The Drudge and Breitbart both. So, but Clinton was booed. Hillary Clinton booed at debate for Madeleine Albright's special place in hell comment. And, they're talking about Trump repeating the P word about a woman's anatomy because he was repeating what a supporter said, but they don't talk about Hillary Clinton saying that all women are going to go to hell and find a special place in hell if they don't vote for Hillary. To get to the idea that they only would vote for Hillary because she's a woman, and if you don't vote for her because she's a woman, then you're going to go to hell. So that makes no sense at all. So, let's see, I'm trying to find the other article. There's another article about Hillary Clinton and, let's see here. Another one about where she's in control of the media. That's what I'm trying to find there. Yeah, that's the UMA being subpoenaed. I put them all. I sent them all to my, as in like emails. So I'm trying to figure out this out. It's well, we're gonna take a quick break. It's that time, and once we get back from break, we'll hopefully I'll have it. So stick with us, and let me see if I can get my. Here we go. We'll be right back.
Mom, can you pack me some cookies for school today?
Finally, as a mother, I want to share about St. Julian's macaroons. I am concerned about my child's health, so I pack for his lunchbox, and after school, I give him St. Julian's macaroons as a healthy alternative to many of the store-bought cookies. There are no preservatives and only 100 calories, and he really likes them. So find them in the freezer section at your local supermarket or order online today at www.macaroons.com.
Hey there, sexy. This is comedian Jenny Lavoie. You can catch me with the rest of the gang every Thursday at 10 p.m. Eastern on Night Talk with Joe Rocks, exclusively on Armed Radio Global. Mwah!
Hey, this is your girl, Jay Monique.
And this is Sarah, a.k.a. Chulita Sarita.
And make sure you listen to us on Armed Radio Global. Catch us on Wednesdays, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
This one's explosive.